Hey friends, welcome back to the channel where we ditch the guilt trips and look at money with clear eyes. If you've ever felt that little pang of defensiveness when someone says just skip the latte and you'll be rich, or you've rolled your eyes at yet another article blaming your daily coffee for why you're not retired yet, then lean in, this one's for you. I'm not here to shame your morning ritual. That latte might be the one bright spot in a stressful commute, the small treat that makes adulating bearable after a rough night. But here's the quiet truth that's kept so many of us up at night. It's not the latte itself that's the problem. It's what that $5 or $7, let's be real, represents every single day, the hidden trade-off you're making without even realizing it. That small choice isn't just spending money. It's quietly foregoing a future version of you who could have had way more breathing room, security, or freedom. If you've ever looked at your bank app, seen the slow creep of expenses, and wondered why progress feels stalled even when you're not splurging wildly, you're not failing. You're human. And those tiny, repeated decisions add up in ways that Cuff the Coffee crowd never fully explains. Today, we're whiteboarding the real culprit. Opportunity cost calculus, the math of what you give up when you choose now over later. We'll validate that frustration first, because shaming small joys doesn't help anyone build wealth. It just makes the journey lonelier. Stick with me for 20 minutes. By the end, you'll see your latte and every daily spend differently, not as the enemy, but as a choice with massive long shadows. Sit with me in that feeling for a second. You grab your latte because the day ahead is long, the inbox is overflowing, and that warm cup feels like a tiny act of kindness to yourself. You tell yourself it's only $5, and it is today. But then tomorrow it's another $5, and next week another. And suddenly a month has passed and you've spent what could have been a nice dinner out or a chunk toward debt. The guilt creeps in because you've internalized the narrative. If I were disciplined, I'd skip it. But skipping it might mean starting the day grumpy, less focused, or resenting the whole sacrifice for future me grind. It's a trade-off. No one talks about the emotional cost of constant denial versus the financial cost of indulgence. You've probably tried cutting back before. Maybe you switched to home brew for a week, felt virtuous, then slipped because life got hard again. That cycle isn't weakness. It's realism. Most of us aren't living in a vacuum where willpower is infinite. We have stress, social pressures, fatigue. The latte becomes a micro-comfort in a world that demands a lot. Yet the bank balance doesn't lie. Those micros compound quietly while your goals feel distant. I hear from so many of you, I don't buy luxury stuff, but I still feel broke. Exactly. It's not the big villains. It's the sneaky daily trades adding up. We're about to draw the hidden math, so the next time you reach for that cup, you'll know exactly what else is on the table. No judgment, just clarity. Picture your future self in 10, 20, 30 years. What do they need? More cushion for emergencies? Earlier retirement? Travel without stress? Every time you choose the latte over investing that amount, you're not just spending, you're choosing against that future version. It feels abstract because the pain is now, denying joy, and the gain is distant, compound growth. That's why it stings to hear latte bad. It ignores the human side. Today we whiteboard both sides fairly. The real cost, why it hides so well, and how to make choices that honor both present joy and future security. You're not wrong for wanting the latte. You're smart for wanting to understand the full price tag. Let's turn the marker to the numbers. Whiteboard clean, let's do this properly. At the top right, opportunity cost calculus. Opportunity cost isn't just what you could have bought instead. It's the full value of the next best alternative you give up, including all future potential. For daily spends, that alternative is usually investing the money and letting compound interest work. Sketch two paths. Left, spend daily. Right, invest daily. Start with a realistic latte. $5 per day. 5 days a week, work days, because weekends might be different. That's $25 week tilde. $1,300 per year. Now the magic and the pain of compounding. Assume a conservative 7% annual return. Stock market historical average after inflation is around that. Many use 8 to 10%, but let's stay grounded. Draw a timeline. Year 1, $1,300 invested gives gross to $1,391 by end of year. Year 2, add another $1,300, gives total principal $2,600 plus growth on previous. Compound formula. Future value equals P times 1 plus RT plus annual additions adjusted. But let's make it visual. Use examples from real calculators. If you invest $5 day, $1,825 year, at 365 days for simplicity, at 7% for 30 years, it grows to over $170,000, principal tilde, $55,000, interest tilde dollar, $115,000 plus. At 8%, closer to $200,000 plus. At 10%, aggressive but possible long-term, $300,000 plus. Draw the curves, spend path flat line at zero growth, money gone. Invest path exponential hockey stick starting slow, then exploding after 15 to 20 years, because interest earns on interest. Scale it personally. Say your latte is $7, fancy 1 plus tip. Annual, tilde $2,500, workdays. Over 30 years at 8%, principal $75,000 becomes tilde $300,000 plus total. That's not skip coffee equals retire rich. It's every $7 today costs future you $40 to $50 in lost growth. Whiteboard multiplier. Each daily $5 forgone at age 30 could be worth $50 to $100 plus by 65 due to compounding. The earlier you start, the steeper the curve time is the real lever. Add nuance, it's not all or nothing. The hidden trade-off is marginal, that one latte displaces $1 from compounding. But repeated daily, it displaces thousands. Equation sketch. Opportunity cost equals daily spend times days year times years, plus compound growth on that amount. Or simpler, foregone FV equals annual equivalent times 1 RT1. Our plug-in numbers, $1,300 year at 7% for 30 years, approximately equals $122,000 interest alone. The latte isn't the villain, the invisible forfeiture of compound growth is. Your small choice today trades against exponential future wealth. That's the aha. It's not about deprivation. It's about awareness of the shadow price. Now zoom out. Why does this hidden trade-off feel so invisible? Whiteboard the consumption engine, arrows from, advertising gives. Social norms gives wage stagnation, gives instant gratification bias. Marketing, billions spent making. $5 feel trivial. Treat yourself. You deserve it. Apps, loyalty points, one-click buys minimize the pain of spending. No pop-up says, this $5 could be $50 in 30 years. Social proof. Everyone posts their coffee runs, brunches. FOMO pushes spending to fit in. Meanwhile, investing feels boring, invisible no likes for compound interest. Economy. Real wages flat for decades while costs, housing, healthcare, rise. No buffer means small comforts become coping mechanisms. System needs consumption to grow GDP. Your latte fuels it, but your future wealth does it. Psychology. Hyperbolic discounting brain values $5 joy, now 10x more than $50 later. Dopamine from immediate reward trumps delayed abstract gain. Culture. YOLO narratives glorify spending. Frugal gets mocked as joyless. No mainstream conversation about opportunity cost calculus in daily life. Empathy. You're not undisciplined. You're navigating a world engineered to make now spending easy and later gains hard to see. The system profits when you undervalue future you. Blame shifts from mirror to machine. You deserve small joys question is calibrating them against the real price. Final board practical hope. No never latte again. Intentional trade-offs. 1. Audit your lattes. List 3 to 5 daily weekly spends. Calculate annual plus 30-year compounded value at 7 to 8%. Pick one to redirect partially, for example, home brew 3 days week, cafe 2. 2. Automate the alternative. Set auto transfer equal to your latte savings to investment account, Roth IRA, index funds. Make future you default winner. 3. Join neutral swaps. Find lower cost versions, home espresso, batch cold brew, that keep ritual without full cost. Or bundle, latte only after hitting savings goal. 4. Reframe. View spends through future multiplier lens. Ask, is this $7 worth $40 to 50 to 65-year-old me? Some yes, mental health. Some no, habit. 5. Build in rewards. Celebrate milestones with intentional treats funded by growth, not principle. 6. Long game. Increase income velocity, side hustles, skills, so lattes become true discretionary, not trade-offs against security. Realistic. You'll still buy lattes. Goal is conscious choice, not perfection. Small redirects compound to $10 week invested adds up. Wrap. Your morning latte isn't the villain. The hidden trade-off for going compound growth is, you're not bad for enjoying life. You're wise for seeing the full equation. If this shifted your lens, like, subscribe, share with someone stuck in the why can't I save loop. Comment, what's your daily latte and its future shadow price? Let's talk it out. You're building wealth one aware choice at a time. See you next, Richer in Perspective.